And back to the um, relation to art and culture and media, like what we discussed about Game of Thrones and Breaking Bad, that demonic spirit is informing all these pieces of media, all these creative outlets, because the people that are creating them, again, the default mode is nihilism, right? It's
Yes.
demonic method of thinking and way to view the world. So by
Yes.
extension, their creation is imbued with that.
Yes.
And so us consuming that content, like we discussed, it has a non-zero impact on us,
Yeah.
not just spiritually, but even biologically. Like you said, you're having dreams about Breaking Bad, and it it actually affects our nervous system. Like it embeds, like when you talk about like the anxiety you feel, like, and how I felt when I binge watched Game of Thrones. Because just to repeat, I got into it at like season 4, and so I was binge watching it to catch up. And like 4 days of watching 1 or 2 episodes a day, I could literally feel like a weight, like a physical weight on top of me. Even though I like mentally I wasn't depressed, I was in a great state of mind, but I could feel like this depressive spirit over me. And I like, that's when I was like, this show is evil. Like
Yeah.
it's having an impact on me. And so there's actually a responsibility for us, not just as Christians. I think everyone has this responsibility, but we don't really recognize it, is that we have to be mindful of what we consume in our brain, which then gets distilled into our heart.
Yeah.
Right. So that means that the content we consume, the movies we watch, the video games we play, the books we read, obviously there's a lot to be said about like um, fighting back in the, like you said, it's actual war, right? It's a war for the
Yeah.
soul of man. Fighting back in a way that we as Christians can create art, in opposition to the nihilist art, which makes me, go down the path, because I wanted to talk about like how can a uh, worldview of meaninglessness produce meaning, right? It can't. So inevitably, the media, the TV, the movies we watch that are predicated by nihilism, they kind of just boil down to entertainment. You-
Mhm. Yes.
there may be drama, there may be interesting ideas, and may captivate you for a time, but at the end of it, you're left with no lesson. You didn't learn anything. You didn't grow in any way. All you just got was this depressive spirit over you.
Yeah.